talk, an article I want to write about something that went down over the weekend with Anthropic cutting off access to open code, which we're using right now, to their Claude Code subscription plan. And that is that models are becoming less sticky. It used to be that, if OpenAI or Anthropic had the end all be all top of the line model, nobody could compete with that unless they had gazillions of dollars. But now LLMs are starting to be commoditized, especially with these powerful open source models that have created a very healthy competition in this space. And with the sheer power and intelligence of these agent harnesses, so that not only do you have a good enough model or a nearly as good model, but you've got orchestration mechanisms to inject a lot of intelligence into how these models operate on a problem, which means that then companies can no longer have models as their moat. And they're now trying to figure out what their moat is. Is it their developer ecosystem? Is it their agent harness? And maybe you shouldn't get your agent harness where you get your model. You should have, there's like the CEO of a factory wrote an interesting blog post saying, marry the harness, date the model, marry the harness, which is like, you should really, lock into your development tool flow with your agent harness, but you should be able to hot swap your models, have different specialist models for different things. A new model just came out, you've maybe seen that whole meme of like, oh, you are here in a cycle of, the leading model is Gemini. Oh, now the leading model is Claude. Oh, now the leading model is GPT. And that's going to change. And so you want to be able to swap out your models, and the driver around all these things really is the harness. But so where we're getting into uncharted territory here is the harness is even necessary or instrumental in some of the orchestration now, where you can do that in a bash loop with a certain prompt, or you can do that with a certain specification of how to spawn sub-agents. Like now we're getting to the point where your context is so powerful that it can be the driving factor and the determining component in the execution of whatever you're doing.
So I think this is a very interesting, informative discussion. I'm definitely very motivated to try out Ralph and to try out Open PROSE. I'm curious more as to where Open PROSE fits in, whereas Ralph, it seems like anything that you want to try that's spec driven. And so I'm very curious today. I think we'll have to do a follow-up episode of wherever you found that the ceremony of Open PROSE fits in. Is it for repeatable, like we did this product comparison task, right? Where that's in some senses very repeatable, where you want to make sure, and you can have very specific sub-agent tasks. Like maybe you are a real estate agent and you say compare this house and this house. You want to say check this database and check this database and do, you can have it be very specific to your workflow for lots of repeatable tasks. So I could see that being very, very useful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try one more run here. I off to linear this time.
Did you like that clip? Well, check out the full episode. Leonardo and I put Open PROSE through its paces. We check out Ralph Wiggum and the Ralph Loop, all sorts of great discussion related to AI coding, different models, different agents, different harnesses. Check out, the link is in the description. Also, please join our Discord community. We've got great content, great discussions, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.